Now this is where I have the fun job of introducing myself. I also get to follow Stuart, so after he's talking about money and assistance directly like that, and I also get the chance to hold up everyone's tea and coffee break. So I feel very privileged. I'm here to really just cover some of the other support available from the steering group members and public authorities. The four I've identified here are Scotland Europa, Enterprise Europe Network Scotland, Scottish Enterprise and Highland Islands Enterprise. The reason why I've grouped all these organisations together is because we are actually all connected. We've got the Highlands and Islands Enterprises there and Scottish Enterprise at the top. These are the economic development agencies within Scotland. And then we've got Scotland Europa and Enterprise Europe Network at the bottom. With Enterprise Europe Network, they're actually housed within both Scottish Enterprise and Highlands and Islands Enterprise, so they are directly sitting in there. They use together with everyone else within those organisations the same systems, have the same contacts, and we can actually use everyone's skills to deliver the best service we can. The same goes within Scotland Europa. We're actually physically placed within Scottish Enterprise, so we've got all their access to all the support networks there. We've also got the additionality of being a membership organisation with some of the key universities, public sector organisations and private organisations who are members, and we work together to support our objectives. The way I've gone about looking at this and how we actually can help you is very much in a logical way from start of the application or thinking about application all the way through to actually hopefully submitting and going through to negotiation. First question is, what can we do and how? Well, we can use our collective knowledge and expertise to help you. I've already referenced the fact that we work and are directly connected to both Scottish Enterprise and Highlands and Islands Enterprise. That means we've got access to the company account managers. The companies actually know your businesses very, very closely and know what your objectives are. Then we've got the sector specialists, the people who know about your area of interest. The innovation specialists, those who live and breathe innovation. And then we've got the European funding and policy experts, the people who knows what's going on in the background and what's actually driving the future calls and the direction Europe is going. And then we've got all our own partners, networks and contacts. As I referred, especially within Scotland Europa, we work very closely with our members to maximise the impact we have. So what is some of that support? Well, we do it through preparation. We referenced throughout the day several different events which have taken place, some of them being very much general awareness events, building up the capacity, the knowledge, the accessibility of the programme to both SMEs and companies, as inquired about in the questions previously, and universities and the public sector. And we facilitated targeted and strategic discussions. This started a few months ago and it's continuing on, and this is an example of this, where hopefully we'll continue to have discussions later on today about the construction sector and how and where we can work with you. We also try to provide timely information. And this can actually lead back to the policy side of it. So what is pushing the agenda in Europe? So we've got a network of teams who are spaced throughout Europe and actually the world who are feeding in this information. And we've also got key players based within Brussels ourselves. My colleague here, Luca Plizzi, is based in Scotland House, which is in the heart of Brussels and just outside the Commission. So we're able to work directly with them on a daily basis, not just over the phone, but in person. What's the next stage? Well, we try to provide early warnings opportunities. Again, this is, for example, like today, where we've targeted a specific sector and in the pre-event information provided specific details which are not public knowledge yet. All the calls references which were in those documents and also discussed beforehand by Luca are not in the public domain. They will not become in the public domain until we believe about the 11th of December. You've got early access to the areas you can actually target and develop your project ideas. when that information is provided, how can we help? We can actually work throughout the network on one-to-one basis, help you identify opportunities. If you do not understand the program or the areas of support, the mechanisms within the programs, we can work directly with you there to try and get a clearer understanding. Because without a clear understanding of what you're entering, therefore you cannot necessarily make the best decision regardless if you should be doing it, but also what approach to take. We'd hope that after all that work, the next step we'll be able to do is you'll be able to submit an application. We can help you going through that section as well. However, once you've been successful, we can provide assistance for you to go through the process of negotiation. One area which we are very, very good with, and the whole network is fantastic with this, especially with Enterprise Europe Network, but also with our partners within Scottish Enterprise and Highlands and Islands Enterprise, is the process of partner searching. Most consortia are made by your key partners and key contacts that you already know, so you have that core of a consortia already in place. However, there are times when you need further partners. Enterprise Europe Network, let's say, have a specific partner search tool, but we have also, through the Scottish Enterprise, got access to all the key SMEs and part companies within specific sectors, again via the company account managers and the innovation specialists and sector specialists. So if we're looking for a Scottish partner, we can go out to our contacts and use those. If we're looking for international partners, we can go out through Enterprise Europe Network Scotland and also through our own personal contacts based in Brussels and wider and further networks we're involved in. Going back, so you've submitted an application, or you're about to submit an application, and you'd like some assistance to review it. We can assist in that area as well, not just ourselves, but also the national contact points, who are UK representatives throughout the United Kingdom. They're experts within their field, and they themselves are happy to look at your application and help us assess if it's the best position to be put forward and if any changes need to be made. These will be only recommendations, however, a second set of eyes is often recommended when submitting an application. Okay, really just bringing us to completion. I've mentioned throughout the last 5 minutes about who we know. Well, one of the people we hopefully know, and especially towards the end of today, will be yourselves. So we want to be able to know as much about you as possible, and we want to help share your knowledge and your expertise with our other colleagues, both here in Scotland and wider. And we can also use our contacts within the Commission and wider in Europe to meet with you or to discuss your projects and applications or policy areas of interest. If you want to use the whole network, yourself, ourselves, the Commission, Scottish Enterprise, Highlands and Islands Enterprise, Enterprise Europe Network, to maximise what we can achieve. And part of that is really the last part, which is bringing people together. One of the things we've done is create a nice, fantastic, original Horizon 2020 at scotent.co.uk email address. So if you've got any inquiries, you can actually contact this email address and we will find the best person to help deal and assist you in your inquiry. As mentioned, we've throughout the day put our own email addresses up there. So if you've already got a personal relationship with us, please continue to use that. That's all I'm going to currently cover from that within that area. So has anyone got any questions? That's good. I've got off a lot lighter than Stuart did. Oh, sorry, Luca.
Yeah, it's not really a question, just maybe I give an answer to what was asked before, which is we refer to set of documents, Horizon 2020, the legislative proposal and the rules for participation in both the 26th article. So on the legislative document, it's about synergies and maximize impact of Horizon 2020 utilizing structural funds. And we already did this because we already started this discussion in Scotland, so we're quite ahead of the game in terms of understanding how that can happen. So synergies between traditional cohesion money and Horizon 2020 money that is based on competition. The rules for participation Article 26 is about owners of SMEs who are not getting a salary directly from the SMEs. And those owners of SMEs can charge their personal cost to the project using unit cost. So, let's say an average unit cost for personal and will be claimed and will be accepted by the Commission as a personal cost, even if you're not linked to a specific salary.
Okay, thank you, Luca. The tea and coffee waiting. I'm not going to keep you holding on too much longer.